Hello and welcome to the Clever Fox YouTube channel. My name is Ilysse and today we are planning in my Clever Fox Daily Planner Pro, and I am going to be showing you how we are going to set up my week and then also plan a day. This is a really great example of flexibility with planning because I will be coming back from vacation and I'm setting up my planner so that I'm setting up my life for success upon my return. Make sure that you watch the entire video so you don't miss any of the planning tips and tricks that I'm sharing today, and that you are subscribed to our channel with that notification bell turned on so that you get notified each time we post a new video. Let's dive right into this planner. Okay, now this video is a true example of why I love an undated planner, because this week is going to be a little bit different the way that I'm planning out my day and my week compared to a normal week. So first up, let's write the week of. So this is the week of July 15th through 21st. And this week's main goal is going to be getting back on track because I'm coming back from vacation on Monday. And coming back from vacation is always quite the struggle, right? Such a struggle in coming back and getting back on track with life. So this week's main goal is going to be get back on track after being away. And the reward, if achieved, is that I won't feel as much stress or overwhelmed. I'd like to say I won't be stressed or overwhelmed, but I don't know if there's any week that really happens. Now we are going to list out some weekly priorities. So I have a dot marker here, and I'm going to be using a different colored marker than I am for the other categories. And this is just to kind of top out my priorities. So one of the priorities is going to be update budget. As anyone knows, after going away, you want to make sure that you've tracked your spending properly, that finances are where they need to be, everything like that. And we're going to write unpack and do all laundry, email catch up, and then I'm going to write down July plans because I've been away the first 2 weekends of July, and getting the rest of my July planned out is something I've been wanting to do, but just haven't really had the chance because things have been so busy. Then we are also going to do a personal to-do list. I'm going to pause on the work to-do list because this is really going to depend on what happens when I get back from back from being away on Tuesday. So pausing on the personal to-do list for a reason. We're going to go to habits and skills. I am back into an exercise routine, which feels really, really good. We're gonna write 100 ounces of water, desk clean. And the other habit that I'm going to include is I'm gonna write water jug. So this is going to sound so silly to a lot of you, but I have a water dispenser in my refrigerator. It's part of my refrigerator and it dispenses really, really cold water. I don't like cold water. It just hurts my throat and my stomach and I don't like it. And so I have this big glass dispenser that I keep on my kitchen counter. But every day, what I have to do is fill up a water bottle, pour it from the refrigerator, pour it onto the jug on the counter so that it warms up and gets to room temperature. And when I don't do that every day and often, then the whole jug gets empty and it takes me like 10 minutes to fill it up. And it's just so silly because it's 10 minutes, but it's 10 minutes that feels like a waste when I can just be spreading that out over the week. So that's something that I want to do every day. I'm also working on a digital declutter on my phone. And then another thing I'm working on is I'm calling it a Facebook declutter. You know how if you were younger when Facebook came out and every single person that you met and encountered in life, you all added as Facebook friends, and it doesn't really happen that way anymore. I'm feeling like I don't know anyone who I see on my Facebook feed. And as I'm going through people that I just don't know who they are, I'm removing them. I feel like that sounds so harsh, but I want to open Facebook and only see the people who I'd like to see. We're going to pause on the next 3 habits because I'm going to give myself kind of a smaller list now that I'm coming back from being away. The other thing I'm going to do here is cross out Sunday and Monday because I won't be home Sunday and Monday. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that I can't drink water and I can't do a digital declutter while driving back from being away, I'm not driving. But it feels a little bit more manageable to not even worry about the days that I'm not going to be home. Okay, now life balance to-do list. And this is why I paused on my personal list, because I wanted to color code these and then color code my personal to-do list based on the life balance to-do list. So health and fitness. My July goal is to ride my bike, which is a Peloton, my stationary bike, for 25 miles this month. As July has gone on, I've realized that that's a pretty low goal, and I think it's manageable to be able to go higher than that. So for health and fitness, I'm going to set a goal of 10 miles for the week. Okay, so for my personal to-do list, we are going to put in here exercise 3 times, because 3.25 miles is about doable for me. Then for family and friends, make July plans. And I'm going to do text Justine, who's a friend that I want to make plans with, and do family July gathering. Romance and relationships. So I am going away on vacation with my boyfriend, but for romance and relationship focus here, let's write coordinate calendars, because we need to be able to figure out what our schedules are looking like and when we'll be able to get together. So I'm going to write that here, sync calendar with James. That's his name. I don't know if I've shared that yet. Then fun and recreation. My goal is to be able to go to the pool. So I'm going to write 2 pool days this week. I don't know if that's possible, but we're going to try. Sometimes what I've been doing is after work, if the weather is nice, I go to my town pool because it's open until 8 o'clock. So I go and I bring my Kindle and then I read while I'm there. And that's a great way to get some outdoor time, but also get some reading time in. I'm also back onto a focus of reading. So my to-do list this week is going to be 2 books, and we're going to write choose new books. And if I were to put in a personal to-do list for this, one thing that I could do is look at the weather, but I don't know if it's necessary. Now, I'm also going to add in here, back to the yellow, bills that are due, because that's definitely on my personal to-do list. So this week, my bills are going to be Honda, Geico, Verizon, Optimum, and I have one more, and that is my gas and electric bill. Okay, spiritual isn't something that I use often, but I am going to write back journal. So I tend to kind of look at the spiritual as journaling and being focused on myself. And my to-do list for the week is back journal. I don't usually bring my journal on vacation with me, but I'm going to want to make sure that it's filled out with the memories from my trip. Okay, I will learn something new this week. Look for a personal improvement book. I've been reading a lot of thriller and fiction, and I want something that's going to help me improve. I did read a personal improvement book in June, and I'll look for one for July as well. Hopefully more than one, but maybe one. I am looking forward to settling in at home after my trip and planning the rest of July. Okay, now this space I'm keeping open because I want it to be available for anything else that comes up this week, because we're pretty filled out. I mean, aside from my work to-do list, this is already becoming quite full. Now, the reason that I said it's going to be a little bit different from when we normally do dailies like this is because I am skipping Monday and I'm going right to Tuesday for my daily planning, because it doesn't really make sense for me to plan out Monday. If I were to plan out Monday, I'd probably write today's main goal, get home safe. Today's priorities, I don't know, go to the bathroom before I leave. My schedule, 6 hours of my schedule is going to be driving home. So it just doesn't really make a ton of sense for me to include Monday in this planner. And again, that's what I love about an undated planner, is the ability to skip a day. If you're away, you don't necessarily need that day, and we can just go ahead and skip it. Now we are going to put my schedule here so that I can figure out my main goal. So with my schedule, I'm going to take a ruler and then a different color pen. Actually, we can probably use the yellow for this. So I'm going to, actually no, I wanted to use this color because I wanted to block out my work hours. So we have 9 to 1:30. I think that would go here, right? 9 to 1:30. And then we have 2 to 5, or 2:30 to 5. So those are the hours that I'm working. And I'm just going to write work here and work here. Okay, now I will very likely be sleeping at 5 a.m. So we can put maybe just a sticker right over here. And then we will use the yellow to write morning routine. And in that will include exercise and read. Then over here, we will write lunch and laundry, because coming home, I definitely will need to be doing laundry. So the priorities for the day are going to be laundry, update budget, and email catch up. And then today's main goal, we are going to write unpack. I used to not be someone who unpacks as soon as I get home from something. And then lately I have become, well, then I became that person. But lately I feel like I'm not that person anymore. And I want to be. So I feel like it's really important to get that done within like 24 to 36 hours of being home from a trip. I feel like that's a good number. Then we have my after work routine. So I'm going to take a sticker here and we're going to add in a clock over here for PM routine, bedtime, which is like journaling, taking off my makeup, brushing my teeth, all of that, and trying to do that a little bit earlier each night. And then right after work, I'm going to go grocery shopping, because after coming back from being away, I won't have groceries. So we'll write grocery shopping. Over here, we can do make dinner. And we didn't do an exercise in here. So I'd like to, we did do an exercise, it's right there. It just was a different color, that's why. Now we have make dinner, and then let's do read. And I'm gonna put a little kohl in there so that I can write down the book that I'm reading. And over here, right before, after reading and before the nighttime routine, I'm going to write habit check-in. And this is where it's a really good time, especially like if you're sitting at your desk, to kind of look back at your planner and set up your planner for the next day, see what needs to be moved over, see what did get accomplished, all of that. I feel like that's really helpful. I am excited about new, refreshed perspective. Every time I come back from being away, I feel like I'm just kind of, like, okay. I felt the break that I needed. This is a 4-day break, including the weekend, so it's not that long, but it's still long enough, hopefully, to be able to have me feeling refreshed. What will I do to feel happy today? Let's listen to 90s music. It's like one of the things that always puts me in a great mood. And then we are going to put down my to-do list. So I'm gonna go back to this yellow bullet marker and prepare a to-do list. I don't know that it'll all get filled out ahead of time, but it's good to have it ready to go. So one of the things that I've been doing lately is putting some of my goals as a to-do, because I tend to look at to-dos more than I do the overall arching goals or habits. And this way, it's something for me to check off, and it feels really good once I do that. So if you're having a hard time staying on top of a habit or a goal, my recommendation is to write it in your planner as something on your to-do list. Because when you do that, it feels better when you can just like check it off right over here. We're also gonna write digital. So I'm listing all of these out. This isn't as necessary on this first day when it's facing this, but as we skip over to the remaining days, we don't have the habit tracker. So if you don't find yourself easily or like often flipping from one page to the next, then you could even put a habit tracker over here if you're like, today's habit. And sometimes it is repetitive writing, but it also helps keep it in my mind. And again, it's something to check off. So we're gonna do water jug also, and Facebook declutter. Now, the other things that are going to be on my to-do list are going to be laundry, and then put away laundry, because anyone who does laundry knows that doing laundry and putting away laundry are two different things. Unpack, as well as put away suitcase. Update budget, And then we are going to write down my bills because I always pay my bills on the Monday, but in this case, Tuesday of the week they're due, because Monday is my payday. And it's always just made sense for me on that one day to pay everything. So we're doing a pretty big to-do list today. And then we're also gonna write down back journal. I find that if I wait too long to back journal, it's difficult to remember everything. So I try to do it early after the weekend. Because like I said, whenever I go away, I don't bring my journal with me because it's private and I'm usually traveling with people and I don't want to risk that. And I don't want to be like, I can't go out tonight. I have to journal. Like, it's just not something that feels natural for me to do while I'm away. So we're going to leave this space open because of course this is being prepared for before I go away. This space needs to be left open for anything else that comes up that needs to be focused on for when I get back. I always say this, don't overplan, give yourself some room. It's why I didn't fill in the work to-do list. We're leaving this empty. Maybe I'll come across a new habit or skill that I want to focus on for the week and we'll see how it goes. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Again, the best thing about Undated planners is the ability to skip a day and not feel like you've wasted any space in your planner. We will link this planner in the description of the video. Please do make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and you are subscribed to our channel and have your notification bell turned on. Thank you for spending time with us today, and we will see you soon.